Dropshipping, arguably the easiest and best business model to get into now, where you sell a product that you don't even have. You're just the middleman. Now you might be wondering why anyone would do such a simple business. Does it work? Well, that's because of this.
At $275.
Made $16,000 my
For $300,000 in revenue in just 40 breaks.
Okay, so I'm sure you guys get the point with that. Big show, whatever. That's why people do dropshipping. Anyway, while I was brainstorming what my next video should be about, I realized that I should make a video that would help everyone start their own dropshipping business. Essentially, if I were to restart my whole entire e-commerce journey, I would want to watch a video like this. And on a side note, I'm not a financial advisor, I don't know anything about money, and you should not take this as a get-rich-quick scheme. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, let's get you on your first step to getting your first amount of internet bread. So this video will be what I consider an almost quote-unquote bulletproof method to get your first sale on e-commerce. Anyway, this method is what I like to call Instagram theme page marketing. This is also the same method that I used when I first started e-commerce dropshipping. Now, as the name suggests, it's literally just paying people on Instagram to promote your product. Before we start, as Behazza likes to say, you need to have the 4 pillars of a successful Shopify store: product, video ads, website, and good marketing. So to make this whole process simpler and to make it even easier for you guys, I'm going to break this video down into 5 main steps. Okay, so I'm just walking outside now because being a successful entrepreneur is you have to wake up at 3 in the morning, you have ice cold showers, you need the good exercise and all that. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I'm hoping you could tell that was 100% a joke. I don't mean any of that. You really don't need any of that to become successful. But what you do need to do is just put the hard work in. Okay, so now let's just get into the 5 steps. Now, assuming that you've already got the 4 pillars down, so product, video ads, website, and good marketing. All those that I mentioned earlier, we can get started. So the first thing you need to do when it comes to Instagram marketing is to obviously find pages to advertise on. For the sake of this video, let's say we're selling a soccer ball. Alright, so back to marketing 101, soccer balls are only going to sell to people that like soccer. So with that in mind, what you want to do is you want to find an Instagram page that is in the same niche as your product. But once you've identified some pages that you are thinking of advertising on, some key factors you want to look at before fully committing to those pages. So 1, you want to look for Instagram pages that have consistent results. So you want to look at specifically their Instagram Reels, just because those have been popping off lately and they go viral very often. Now you want to make sure the Instagram page that you're marketing on gets at least 30 to 100,000 views per post. Sounds like a lot, but if you're paying money for someone to post, you want to make sure your results are good. Something that no one really talks about is to actually look at the comments that are on their post. You want to make sure that they're all in English, and the reason for this is because, just statistically speaking, the people that are most likely to buy your product are from countries like Australia, Canada, United States, most parts of Europe, and these are all English-speaking countries. So you want to make sure that the comments are in English, just because it's going to have a better demographic. Okay, so that brings me to my second point, the actual content you're paying someone to post. People go on Instagram to be entertained. They don't go on Instagram to be marketed to. So with that in mind, you want to make sure your content is the best recipe for a high converting ad is one that is entertaining as well as informative. So like, it's entertaining and it teaches people how to use a product, or that kind of ad will literally print cash. So with that point, you want to make your caption underneath the video is also very strong. And so it should just be something along the lines of flash sale, 30% off, limited time offer, something like that. It can be very simple. Okay, the third point I can't stress enough is negotiation as well as the payment methods when it comes to theme page marketing. It's very rare that you'll get scammed, and however, it has happened and I've lost a decent amount of money. What you can do to make sure you never get scammed is to only pay with goods and services. Never pay with friends and family because you can't get your refund if you do that. Now, for negotiation, you can pull Leonardo DiCaprio sort of like sneaky moves on them. Like,
Got your bank secrecy laws here.
oftentimes they'll ask you to pay like 50, 60 US dollars. The mass majority of the time, I probably get it down to like $30, $40. So yeah, it's the best way to get your bang for your buck, if you know what I mean. Alright, step 4, the website. Now, this isn't specifically for just Instagram, it's kind of just like a general topic, but it is applicable. You want to make sure that your website looks well branded, because if it looks well branded, you'll have a higher CVR conversion rate. Some things just off the top of my head that I can name to increase your conversion rate: a good logo, website colors. You can choose like 3 main colors for your website, would be like blue, white, black, and it has to correlate with your product. And here, I'll put up a recording of what I think is a pretty good website that will convert well. So the 5th step isn't really related to Instagram marketing. It's just kind of related to e-commerce as a whole. When you start e-commerce, it's very difficult to learn all the tips and tricks or the ways to make money online. But what you have to do, so that my 5th step is to just ask anybody you can. So what I want you guys to do is, if you have any sort of like questions or just anything, drop them in the comments below and I'll try and answer as many as I can, and I'll give you insightful answers so you know it's genuine. One last thing is just stay consistent. It's gonna work out if you just keep working, and yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, because I mean, I spent a little bit longer on it, and last video I said I'd try and make this one much better, and I personally think I did. Please let me know what you guys thought in the comments. Peace.